The minister's conduct in this meeting and in the general regarding the disbandment was very concerning to me.
The human cost is shocking. It's about whistleblowers who are no longer protected. It's about families of murder victims who will never see justice. It's the erosion of public trust in a police service that seems to be fighting itself instead of fighting crime. When the police minister is allegedly more upset about who is investigating a case rather than celebrating the arrest of a suspect, as Mkhwanazi testified, the entire system of justice is compromised.
So here's a minister who's upset to the district commissioner about who's carrying the docket, instead of appreciating the work done by the police, that they've arrested the perpetrators. But that is not of an interest to the minister. What makes him upset, more focused, is why is the docket given to the task team?
King David Studio Podcast.
Some of us use WhatsApp sparingly, and there's a reason for that. These things will get you in trouble. Because it took only one WhatsApp message to expose the rot in the South African police service. The message said, "Today is the day. Just stand back."
That today is the day and Matlala should just stand back. So this is what Mkhwanazi is telling Matlala, that today is the day, just stand back.
A simple WhatsApp message. On the surface, it's not clear what this message is saying. Maybe even harmless. I think that one message sent on New Year's Eve 2024 was the key to unlocking a story of shadow commanders, political interference, and the calculated dismantling of a police unit investigating the most sensitive crimes in South Africa.
The minister's conduct in this meeting and in the general regarding the disbandment was very concerning to me. At this meeting of the 6th of December, the 6th of March 2025 in Cape Town, when the meeting started, I asked the minister, can you provide this forum or these officers that are here, what is the reason for disbanding this political killings task team? Because we see we are planning disbandment, we are disbandment, you must table a plan. You want immediate disbandment, I suggest the winding down, there's no agreement. But what are the reasons for this disbandment?
General, does that question suggest that it was not clear to you from the letter of 31 December 2024 what the reason was?
The reasons on the letter of the 31st of December 2024 was not convincing to me. That you have done assessment. You have done assessment where? With who? That was my problem. So it was not clear, and I couldn't take that as a reason. Hence I asked him, tell this, before this meeting starts, as we open, tell these officers what are the reasons for the disbandment. And the minister later, not immediately, later in that meeting, he responded that political killings took place somewhere pre-1994 and not after.
Welcome back to the King David Studio Podcast. The Madlanga Commission has been dropping bombshell after bombshell, but the testimony by KZN Police Commissioner General Mkhwanazi has given us the clearest picture yet of the road that goes to the very top. It's a story that's not just about cops and politicians. It's about who really holds power in our country. Today we're connecting the dots. We start with one man's phone and end with the question that should keep all South Africans awake at night. Who is truly in command of our police force? The name at the center of the storm is a man named Mkhwanazi. According to General Mkhwanazi's testimony, Mkhwanazi is not a police officer. He's not an elected official. Yet his phone contains conversations that suggest he has direct line to the Minister of Police and an unbelievable level of influence over police operations.
So, Commissioners, my conclusion on this matter, how Mkhwanazi is engaging on police matters, and yet he's not a police officer. It made me conclude that this person, without being a police officer, has an access not just to police officers, but to the classified information of the police. Then here is in position of a crime intelligence presentation. Someone that was in that room will have to explain how does Mkhwanazi get hold of such.
Let's look at the evidence presented by General Mkhwanazi at the Commission. On December 31st, 2024, the Minister of Police officially signed a letter to disband the Political Killings Task Team, a unit investigating high-profile assassinations in KZN.
And we know that the minister's letter was signed on the 31st of December. And Bran Mkhwanazi is talking about the disbandment of the team on the same day to Matlala. So which means he knows that it's going to happen on the very same day.
But on that same day, Brown Mkhwanazi sent a WhatsApp to a contact named Matlala, saying today is the day, you should stand back. The next day, January 1st, while the rest of South Africa was celebrating New Year, Mkhwanazi sent Matlala a picture of the minister's signed internal letter, confirming the task team was dissolved. Note, General Mkhwanazi, the provincial commissioner, only found out about this decision on the 2nd of Jan.
In general, by this point, you still don't know.
We don't know anything.
You only came to know about it on the 2nd of January.
Exactly.
Think about it. A civilian, like you and I, had access to confidential ministerial directive before top brass of the official even knew about it. This isn't just a leak. Mkhwanazi's testimony paints a picture of a shadow command structure where decisions aren't made in official meetings, but through back channels, WhatsApp messages, and phone calls. So why does this matter? Why would a civilian have this kind of influence? The testimony suggests we need to follow the money and the network of patronage. The man Brown Mkhwanazi was communicating with held a 360 million rands contract with the South African Police Service. In one screenshot of a conversation, allegedly with the police minister, Mkhwanazi discusses the finalization of matters related to General Mkhwanazi and another general, General Khumalo. In the same breath, he mentions funding of a 3 billion contract with the South African Police linked to Matlala. 3 billion.
We know, I don't know whether there's a 3 billion contract somewhere. I know that Ket Matlala had a contract with SAPS of 360 million rand. So I do not know what is a 3 billion contract is. But these are conversation screenshots that he sends to Ket Matlala.
This is the machinery of patronage in action. It's not about one massive bribe in a briefcase. It's about a web of influence, access, and favors. Mkhwanazi allegedly reminded Matlala to submit an invoice to get his payment expedited from the police contract.
Brown Mkhwanazi sends a message to Matlala reminding him to submit his invoice. So from the intelligence gathering commissioners, I'm informed that Matlala did provide a proof of his invoice that was submitted.
This isn't an isolated incident. We've seen a surge in arrest of senior police officials for corruption, with Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Police demanding lifestyle audits because of this perceived leniency in handling officers facing serious criminal charges. The system isn't just broken, it appears to be captured. It suggests that proximity to power can allegedly influence who gets paid, whose investigations get shut down, and who gets protected. This brings us to the most critical question. Why should you care? Because when a task team investigating political killings is disbanded through what appears to be political interference, there are real-life consequences. The political task team was not just another administrative unit. It was in the front lines, investigating Izinkabi, hitman network that have made KZN notorious for political assassinations. According to Mkhwanazi, this team was shut down because its investigations were getting too close to powerful people.
But they invited me into the picture because you are disbanding something that's operating in KZN. That is where I'm responsible for. And you're not giving me the reasons. And I'm trying to reach out to find out what is the reason, and I'm not getting answers. So I keep having that question mark as to why, what made you sign this letter? Why are you disbanding this team? Why is it bothering you?
He testified that members of the Gauteng-based crime intelligence operations, which his KZN team was assisting, were investigating a drug cartel involving politicians and law enforcement officials. The order to disband the KZN team and send all members back to their stations was seen as a way to disrupt these sensitive investigations and get a hold of the dockets.
So to disband the team, you'll see the messages, the instructions of General Sibiya's letter says, shut down members must go back to their units and get every file, every evidence that is in that file. Bring it here. So the interest was on stopping the investigation.
The human cost is shocking. It's about whistleblowers who are no longer protected. It's about families of murder victims who will never see justice. It's the erosion of public trust in a police service that seems to be fighting itself instead of fighting crime. When the police minister is allegedly more upset about who is investigating a case rather than celebrating the arrest of a suspect, as Mkhwanazi testified, the entire system of justice is compromised.
So here's a minister who's upset to the district commissioner about who's carrying the docket, instead of appreciating the work done by the police, that they've arrested the perpetrators. But that is not of an interest to the minister. What makes him upset, more focused, is why is the docket given to the task team?
In conclusion, connecting the final dots, General Mkhwanazi's testimony is a thread. And when we pull it all in, it unravels a tapestry of alleged political interference, shadow networks, and corruption that has plagued South Africa for years. The story of Brown Mogothe's WhatsApp isn't just about one man's influence. It's a symptom of a much deeper disease.
A real influence to the minister. The minister has an ear to this Brown Mogothe, so he's able to speak things and to the minister, for minister to believe, and he knows what's happening in the police, but not only at the minister's office. He also knows what's happening with the investigations, indication that him and General Sibia have contacts, and he seems to have access to come intelligence. That's why he will bring General Khan to the picture.
This reveals a system where a civilian can allegedly direct police matters, where investigations into cartels can be shut down with a single letter, where the line between the state and powerful private interest becomes dangerously unclear.
Safe to say that as one was trying to manage this process, looking for the real reason that never came for why is the team disbanded, and eventually, after the arrest of Matlala on 14th of May 2025, it became clear as to what was the objective for the disbandment.
The Madlanga Commission is just the beginning. The real test is what happens next. Will there be accountability, you ask? Or will this be just another chapter in the long story of South Africa? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. And also tell me what stood out for you in the Madlanga Commission so far. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And don't miss out on the next deep dive.
King David Studio Podcast.